Awesome. So yeah, Rachid Schmitz. I'm working at Randstad Sourceright, which is a global talent solution leader, and we're driving the talent acquisition, human capital management for the biggest employers in the world. And how we do that is to empower them and leveraging their human forward strategy that balances innovation technology with expert insights, but also supporting the organizations when it comes to people and realizing their true potential. So Randstad Sourceright is one of the operating companies under the big Randstad, which is the biggest HR provider in the world. And we at Randstad Sourceright, we pretty much do two services. So one is called RPO, Recruitment Process Outsourcing, which means we'll take over parts of the HR function to recruit for permanent hires. And we have something called MSP, which we take over the procurement side of buying contingent or temporary labor for companies. So let me take you in the quick 5 minutes to some of the challenges, some of the trends that we saw due to the whole COVID situation. So, and as the prior speakers already said, there has been a massive adjustment in the global market situations, where I think companies around the world now face a lot of uncertainty still. So having an agile and flexible workforce will even buffer them against the more unforeseen market conditions. So still, if you look at the current global economy, it's still fairly weak in most places due to the outbreak of COVID, although it's already months that it's out there. And we see unemployment rises. We see many organizations still working to adapt to the disruptions of the companies being hit very hard by COVID. Even with the vaccine coming closer every single day, I think it's very clear to everybody now that this is most likely the new normal for the next coming years to come. And therefore, we kind of launched a survey amongst 200 employers globally to see what they're feeling and what the human capital leaders are thinking about what is going on and how they need to prepare. So one of the key things that came up is they all see a lack of skills to fully transform to that digital-centric organization. So only nearly 2/3 of the people believe still that even with them accelerating now to digital transformation, at the beginning of the crisis, they still need stronger competencies going forward to compete, in today's rapidly evolving global economy. And in fact, half of those people also say they are confident that the talents and the resources they need for that journey for the digital transformation, they need it for the next 12 months. So some of these global leaders also say that their ability to acquire the talent will be restricted as a result of this crisis. So that comes with the time of broad recognition that the current workforce, that one, they're stressed, that's as Tara also said, they're not feeling comfortable, they're adjusting to the virtual work environment. And actually they're balancing between home and job responsibility at the same time, working much more from home. So to meet these 2020 new challenges, I think that talent leaders must build a very agile organization. They need to ensure access to skills while simultaneously redefining how work is done. It's different. We need to implement new processes, new technologies, and we need to decide what will we carry over once we can go safely back to work and go back in the offices partly. So what we see talent leaders do is that whole work from home arrangements, they keep on investing in technologies and empower the workforce through upskilling and reskilling, and to kind of longer term recover for growth again. So in addition to the changing way that employees work and engage with some others in the pandemic, it has drastically impacted also the recruitment for hiring people. So many of those leaders, they are concerned about the ability to acquire the right talents because of this COVID. So 34% actually believes that the hiring volumes remain low, and they're kind of preparing and rethinking how their recruitment strategies should look like in next year and the time that comes after that. So technology will be absolutely crucial for them to continue the new talent in the midst of this pandemic. So, and the face-to-face interviews, they're kind of gone at the minute, and the employers have to embrace much more technology to allow leaders to carry out hiring processes from home, And it brings also some benefits in terms of cost effectiveness and time. You can do it in a very timely manner. But still, only 29% of these employers, they say, virtual recruitment is what they're trying to achieve at the minute. So it's only 1/3 that is doing it at the minute. So maybe to close it out on that one. So I think the question for everybody also here in the call is, what will your business encounter and how will you adapt in the next coming months and years ahead, to be able to find and hire the right talent and critical talent to build a sustainable momentum into the business in the next coming months, and also to kind of lead the way as a business to navigate through these really difficult times. But that will be absolutely key to have that agility to do so.